Emergency video. I repeat, emergency video kings. Schneider dropping some absolutely based filings today. Filings for a discovery and trial timeline were published today, and it's simply glorious with the exception of one part. Schneider's requests of discovery were all pretty straightforward until you get to Subject E. Now let's look at what Subject E is very closely. RICO, Monty, respectfully. But what the fuck is this? Maybe there's memes at play because quote-unquote rackets is in racketeering, but there's no grounds for it on initial viewing unless Schneider came up with something, which I believe would be unlikely. On the other side, Randazza's list of discovery consists of literally fucking everything about Monty. Everything ranging from where he lives, his mental state, internet history, his public figure status, and perhaps most curiously, his sexual history. The only thing that makes me think he'd want to know that and enter it into discovery is to see if he's pulled more trim than Monty. What's the rationale here, honestly? Hey, I know I'm being sued for defamation, but I want to know if he's gotten more pussy than me. If I were Schneider, I would amend my subjects of discovery to include Nick's sexual history. If Nick has to know Monty's, then Monty, and by proxy the rest of us, should know about Nick's hedonism too, and gay 90s escapades. The cherry on top of this almost perfect series of documents, which you can view on Alyssa Clips's community page for some light reading, is that both sides are estimated to be trial ready by February of 2025. Now I, by no means, am privy to the extent of the costs a lawsuit may have, but I can imagine it can get pricey with all the filings and fees for discovery. All on fancy paper with custom fonts, no less, and I don't think a $50,000 GoFundMe campaign would cover it, especially when he's still barely past the T. Greg line. Let's get Nick's opinion on this, shall we?
Let's fucking go! We got a trial set up, boys. I may be 100K plus in the hole, but my very expensive lawyer has informed me that we should be in trial by February of 2025. But you know what? I can wait. 1.5 years for discovery? I'll give Mark all the time he needs. He can have 10 years for discovery if it means I can win and not have any of my attorney fees repaid. It's about protecting the internet. I, the law pope who doesn't practice law, will defend Milady. And yes, knowing how much Monty has had sex is critical to winning the lawsuit. There's no way he's had more sex than me. The man who has been married for 20 years, 19 years, and 1 month of those being monogamous. I mean, he's never even fucked our wife, so who could he have possibly have done it with? That's what we will find out together, my fellow Coomers. We will let discovery continue forever. It will be our 1,000-year war. The Goyim will fear me,